When organizations scale agile methods, the main goal is often to improve time to market. Speed becomes a critical success factor, whether it's for innovation, evaluating new products and features, making decisions, or delivering value. One of the best ways to increase speed is by automating repetitive tasks, especially through digital processes. When scaling, methodology and tools go hand in hand. For teams using the Atlassian toolset, Jira is a key tool, but also requires a lot of manual work. This includes tasks like daily planning, development, deployment, creating and tracking issues, managing Jira epics and subtasks, and even administrative tasks like setting up new Jira projects. So, wouldn't it be great if we could eliminate some of this busy work and make the whole system and the scaling process more efficient and faster? But how can we make that happen?
With Templating.app by Seabird, we have developed an app designed to make your life easier, especially when it comes to creating the same ticket over and over again. And not just one ticket, but dozens. Thanks to Issue Template, you can set up entire issue hierarchies with just one click. And it doesn't stop there. When you're starting new projects, like those that pop up repeatedly in Save, project and board templates have you covered. This helps reduce bottlenecks for your IT, empowers teams to quickly and easily launch new projects, and ensures that processes and structure are followed every time.
Got it. Thanks, Sarah. This sounds like a real game changer, especially for larger Jira instances. It will save a lot of time, reduce frustration, and help keep data and processes consistent. We often see Jira instances in organizations using the Scaled Agile framework. As the name suggests, SAFe is designed for large-scale environments, and speed and quality are key. At Seabird, we've also created Agile Hive, an app that allows you to map SAFe directly in Jira. I can already see a lot of potential for synergy between the Templating app and Agile Hive. Let's take a closer look at Agile Hive and see what benefits this combination could bring. So, let's imagine we are doing a PI planning. So I will just go ahead and open up the art level. And on the art level, I'll start on the roadmap. Because on the roadmap, what I can do is I can do a forecast of what should happen, what's going on, what my product should look like in the future. So I can see here we have our PI 3 that we're currently in, and we have a bunch of iterations. And we can also have milestones, and down here we have our features. Those features are linked between each other with those dependency links. So if this one needs to be done before this one, that's good because it's a green dependency. If we need to do this a bit earlier, then this might not work and it becomes orange. And even though if I just drag and drop that over there and it takes a bit longer, it will become red because this obviously won't work. So what I can do here is I can just do my planning for all of my features. I can find those features in my backlog view, and I can also see my enablers, for example, in that case. So I just drag and drop those into my board and place them wherever I need to. What happens is they are now attached to the current PI we're looking at. So as a product manager, I can do my forecasting using the roadmap. Within the team board, where the teams specially do their planning according to the tasks and assign those tasks to features, I can always use my team backlog, drag and drop stories and attach them to features. The features are the swim lane, and all of the features we can see here, let me just collapse those swim lanes. Those features and enablers we can see here are the features and enablers we've been planning on the roadmap. So the teams always see what they need to do here. And now, when I open that up, I can see what do I need to do to achieve this feature or to deliver this feature. Also what I can see is we have a capacity over here. So this capacity has been set by the teams in the beginning of the planning. And if I'm above my capacity based on all of the story points, it will just be red. So I would need to move some of those issues back to my backlog to make it possible to do it. To create a story, I can either use the Jira mask over here, or what I can always do is just hit this button, select story, and create a story. It takes a second. There we go. Now if I open up that story, I can see right away, if I open up the safe hierarchy, that this story is now attached to the feature right away. And even though this feature is attached to Portfolio Epic, so this comes up here as well. So I can always see what my work is contributing to. And when I create this story, it shows up right into my board, and it also affects my capacity as soon as I set one of the story points in here, or how many story points it takes. Based on this planning, Agile Hive does a lot of things. So first of all, we can see our dependencies again. They are, again, of course, color-coded because it works across all levels. And now let's be completely honest. Within a team, they usually can handle dependencies because they work together, they talk to each other, they can do it. But if I scroll down, I can see we have the planning status of the other teams as well. So if I open that up, I see we have a dependency to another team. And this one's orange. This is okay. So maybe it becomes more easy for everybody if I move it over here. And I would also see critical dependencies to other teams as well, and I can resolve those just by making it visible. Also, we give you a bunch of reports on each level. So for the team level, you can see we're looking into one PI right now. You can see the PI progress. You can see how many story points we've already burned. You can see the business value based on the objectives. And also we can see load versus capacity and how many critical dependencies we have. We can also see velocity here. In that case, it's a demo instance, so there's no living data in there. This is also why the team burn-up chart looks a bit weird. But if you work with it, then the velocity will be calculated based on the last iterations. So it will always give you an idea of what your current velocity is, and you can use this for your planning on the team planning board and set it up over here, or like take that as a benchmark. Let's go back to the reports. So we have milestones as well, which is just another issue type, and we have our iterations here, and I can skip through those iterations and see how many story points are open and how many are done. In this current one, we have 0 done yet, and I can see this story that is linked to this feature, for example. Down here we have our objectives and our risks, and also we have this dependency widget that shows if we have any at-risk or critical dependencies, so the orange and the red ones. When I go back to the art level, we have, again, a bunch of reports. They look a bit different now because what you can see here is our overview for the art PI. So we have this line feature, and this one is a portfolio epic. So we can see those teams working on different kind of features. In that case, it's not that much, but we have 2 teams working on this same feature, and it's linked to a portfolio epic as well. So I can again see what is my work contributing to and which teams are working on it and how many resources they use for that. Down here we can see our art PI objectives. I can just create it by hitting the plus and create an objective, and I can also skip down to the team PI objectives again. And also we have our art PI risks over there, and I can just create those by hitting the plus button over there. We've been talking about the roadmap in the beginning, so this is where we did our forecasting basically. But when I go to the art planning board, we end up on a board that looks like the team planning board, but it does something completely different. So let me scroll down or to the right a bit. You can see a bunch of features and also enablers over there, and they are linked to different iterations. What does that mean? So in that case, I cannot move things around because this feature will be delivered in iteration 5 because of the team's planning status. So this board gets automatically calculated because the last story for this feature will be done in iteration 5, so it shows up in iteration 5. So I can always point my stakeholders to this view and show them when my feature will be delivered, because this is the live planning status for all of the features. And of course, we also have our dependencies over here, and we can see which teams are involved as well. What we can also do is we have roadmaps on large solution and portfolio level, and large solution and portfolio reports are coming up in our roadmap as well. So this is basically what Agile Hive does, like in a nutshell. If you want to dive deeper into Agile Hive, you can always reach out to us, or there's also other Academy content for this.
Let me show you in detail how Templating.app can support your safe implementation together with Agile Hive. So let's start. Let's take a look at issue templates at the beginning. So when opening Templating.app on your Jira side, you will see all available issue templates for your Jira side. So you can create an issue template for your employee onboarding process, or for example for prepare and participate in your PI planning. So choose your template, take a look at the preview on the right side, and click Create Issues. You can also insert dynamic content, for example the PI number. So let's say it's the 8th PI planning in this year. Click Submit, and after a few seconds, all of the issues that are part of your template will be created. And the dynamic context, in this example the PI number, will be added to the issues as well. So this helps you create a lot of issues with just one click and a really short amount of time. Another cool feature that helps you implement SAFe within your company are the project templates. So click on this button here, and then you will see an overview of all available project templates for your site. Let's create a new project for a team. You can choose this one here. And then all you need to do is add some basic information for your new project. So give the project a name. Choose a project lead, but the administrator can also predefine the project lead, so the user who applies the project template doesn't need to choose the project lead on his own. And you can also decide if you want to add a new board or not. And if so, you can give it a name as well. So let's call it Mission to Moon. Then click Create Project, and after a few seconds, your new project, including the new board, will be created as well, and your team can start working right away. Ta-da! Here it is. Another feature of Templating.app, there are even a lot more, but one is there that I would like to show you as well, are the description templates. So for example, if a user creates a new bug report and he clicks on Create, choose the project and issue type bug, some basic information can be pre-populated. So in this example, it's the summary where it says that the user should add a brief and descriptive title of the bug. The assignee is pre-populated, and also the description. So in this case, a really detailed description of how to create this bug report. Action items are also included, so the user who creates this ticket can check single parts if he have added all the needed information. Then click Create, and issue will be created as usual.
To wrap things up, the Templating app helps any company using Jira to simplify and automate the creation of issues and projects using pre-built or custom templates. It can even automate the entire Jira project setup. For companies implementing SAFe, Agile Hive speeds up and improves the process. And when you combine both of those tools, companies save significant time in Jira, deliver value faster, and ensure high-quality results through standardization. It really does sound like the perfect match.
Yes, I completely agree. For many of our customers, it's pretty self-explanatory when and how to use Templating.app for their processes. But especially in larger contexts or when admins and users are short on time, it can be incredibly helpful to reach out to your Atlassian partner for support. They can help you configure everything perfectly to fit your needs and ensure you're getting the most out of Agile Hive and Templating.app.
Absolutely. At Zybert, we offer all-in-one packages, and our consultants are experts in both of those tools. For Agile Hive, we also work closely with our partners at Keygon to provide methodical expertise. If you've enjoyed this video and want to learn more about Zybert apps, especially how to combine them, check out the other videos in the Zybert Academy. We have great content on apps like Draw.io, Report Builder, and Did It.